All right. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's another one for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like, share, comment. First time checking out Opposite from the Norm. Make sure you subscribe. So what's good, everybody? This your boy JTL in this bitch.
What up? What up? This HD. What's up? What's up?
HD fell asleep over there. It took you long enough, motherfucker. Anyway,
Uh,
so we're gonna go ahead get into the show, man. We got an interesting one for y'all. Like I did earlier, I just did a brief update about Nick Cannon's recent departure, or should you say ass kicking,
Firing.
firing, and all that good shit from Viacom/CBS, and I wanted to talk about it because this is my thing. I want to say this. When I first seen that Professor Griff interview, I already knew in my head, I was like, this might cause some problems because shit,
Especially when you
Professor
fucking
Griff
with
had back
Professor
in
Griff.
Professor Griff, he had got motherfucking PE, Public Enemy, in a lot of trouble back in '89. So when I seen this interview and the way they was talking, I was like, I don't know if this is a good idea for Nick. I mean, he talking like he got some big nuts. He talking like it
Right.
now.
But he got to
I
remember
was
who he
like,
answered to. What master he answered to.
mm-hmm. So I'm looking at it. I was like, I don't know if this is a good idea, bro. But I mean, it was a good conversation though. You know what I'm saying? It just and he said it in his own comments. And
So educate the people in case they don't know. Let's briefly
hold on,
tell them, you know, what some of the things that he said that led to
I was
his
just yeah,
firing.
hold on now. I was just getting into that. Okay, so when I was watching the interview, Professor Griff, he talked to Professor Griff about what he said back in the days, and Professor Griff kind of, spilled on it a little bit, like about black people being the original Hebrew, and
Right.
they, what I'm saying, and Jews and stuff like that. We're the ones that Semitic, and that's really our true calling, right? So when he said that, him and Nick talking about it, I was like, ooh, boy, you know them people don't like that kind of talk, boy. You
Them
talking like you
people.
got big
What people we talking about, sir?
Jewish folks, boy.
Jewish
We don't be talking about
folks.
like that about them Jewish folk, boy.
Don't talk about
We don't
those
talk
Jews like that.
like that.
They gonna come for your neck, boy.
But the crazy thing about it is, he brought out the
Mm-hmm.
Rothschilds.
Mm-hmm.
Them some evil motherfuckers, whether people like it or not. Them some evil motherfuckers. Like that's why you can look it up on YouTube and see when they were traveling in other countries, especially like the older guy. I think he died now, but I forget his name. But some of them when they were traveling, you had people in other countries like get this motherfucker out.
Mm.
Don't bring that motherfucker don't come here no more. Like you had people like that, like and all the history and stuff that they've done is some evil shit, like disgusting shit. But what's crazy is he said that, and it's like instead of challenging him on it, because he also brought up that book, Behold a Pale White Horse. Like I said earlier, I gotta get that book. I forgot to, purchase and read it. But I've had conversations with people about that book, and it just talks about Caucasian descent, and that's another thing he brought up. So then they said his words were anti-Semitic, but he didn't say anything about just he wasn't really talking about them being evil. He was saying white people in general.
Mm.
So I guess it was unfavorable to them. But instead of challenging him on it, say, hey, I challenge you on that conversation. Let's go facts for fact, history for history or something. We don't, because the person, I think her name is Sherry Redstone or something like that. It was passed down from her pops who owned Viacom. So she's the owner of it now. Like that's why you gotta be able to pass shit to your people. So she took offense to it. Nick Cannon said he tried to get in contact with her, no answer back. Then they came out and said that Nick Cannon did not try to get in contact with the owner. That was
Mm.
false. That was not. They
Mm.
decided to part ways. They do not partake in any kind of bigotry or especially anti-Semitic. And it's like, yeah, of course you don't. Your boss is Jewish, so you damn sure right you ain't finna to. You not finna
Mm.
try to do no shit like that. So let's go ahead into the backpedaling of Sir Nick Cannon. So Nick Cannon
Coming
is
out and
apologizing.
apologizing. He said he
Yeah,
felt ashamed of himself.
and this is from USA Today. Nick Cannon has apologized for anti-Semitic sentiments made recently on his podcast, a day after Viacom CBS cut ties with the TV host. First and foremost, I extend my deepest and most sincere apologies to my Jewish and brother sisters for
To
the
my
hurtful
boss.
and words that came
I'm
out of my
sorry,
mouth
boss.
during the interview with Richard Griffin. Cannon tweeted Wednesday evening, aka Professor Griff. He continued, they reinforced the worst stereotypes of a proud and magnificent people.
Mm.
And I feel ashamed of the uniform and naive place that those words came from. Wow, now they're naive. At first, when
Now
you
they're
were saying it,
naive. Right.
yeah,
Now
you knew
you
what you was
not
talking about when you
now
first
you
said them.
not now you dumb. Now you don't know what you're saying. Now all that intelligence you had went out the window since they done came for
This
your neck.
video, this interview has since been removed. Wow. Cannon further said he wanted to assure my Jewish friends, new and old, that this is the only beginning of my education. I am committed to deeper connections, more profound learning, and strengthening the bond between our two cultures today and every day going forward.
Mm.
By U.S. Times once again. Okay, now I mean USA Today. So then after that, and this is by NPR.org. Nick Cannon, the actor, TV show host, and musician, has been fired from his long-running show Wild 'N Out. And yeah, after he made his comments so long,
They wait a minute, wait, Craig. Hold on, Craig. They okay. I guess I'm ignorant here and I'm just expressing that on air, but I ain't know that they was taking Wildin' Out from them too.
oh, hold on. Let me read that now. Let me
Damn.
read. Don't jump the
Damn.
gun. Don't jump the gun yet. Okay. So,
Damn.
while our parent company, Viacom CBS, released a statement saying we are deeply troubled that Nick Cannon has failed to acknowledge or apologize for perpetuating anti-Semitism, and we are terminating our relationship with him. Cannon responded to the fire via a post on Facebook saying, "Oh well, I already read that. That's on the different one. Hold on, let me screen down what he said. He said Cannon added that he tried to reach out to Viacom CBS chairman Sherry Redstone to apologize and asserting that a Viacom CBS spokesperson said absolutely untrue. Cannon also demanded full ownership of the Wild 'N Out brand he helped create. Based on trust and empty promises, my ownership was swindled away from me, he wrote on Facebook. For Viacom to be so deceptive is no surprise. They have been mistreating and robbing our community for years, underpaying talent on their biggest brands like Love and Hip Hop, all of BET programming, and of course, Wild 'N Out.
Oh, so when you was getting those checks, they weren't swindling nobody, but now since they done fired you, now they some swindlers, huh?
Yeah, now they swindling
Now they
niggas.
swindling, but when you was on there cheeseburger smiling on your show, it was okay. Ah, I see, I
Yep,
see, I see.
that's yep,
Now
that's how
let's
I
let's
go.
let, let, let's just say he didn't get fired. You know, would he still be saying that today about they swindling him and underpaying him, or would he still be cheeseburger smiling?
Son, it's been like 14 years for Wild 'N Out, and he been with Nickelodeon for 20 something years.
Mm.
So you been getting fucked all these years, and you just now saying something. You mad now, like a bad relationship. And this is what
Now
I was
you
telling
man.
you. This show on. I'm gonna do this topic on him because I wanted to protect him. I wanted to give education to our people out there on this topic. I want to show why you don't sit there and keep building other brands up because they can fire your ass and get rid of you. They saying he didn't try to reach out to the lady. He said he did. They lying and saying that. Then he said something about they owe him an apology. That's the one. What was that at? Let me read that line real quick. He was talking some shit. He was like they owe him. They gonna have to come back and apologize. Anytime for the music reason drama. What was that? I don't see it on here. Fuck it. But he was saying somebody they're gonna have to come back and apologize because they lied about him not trying to reach out to Sherry Redstone, who's also Jewish. So instead of them having a conversation with him about this shit, they fired his ass. Now, let's think about that real quick. They talk about black people, we being too over emotional. All the white people that say that about Jewish people. They ain't saying shit because they know them Jewish people got that motherfucking power. They ain't gonna say shit to them. But you mean to tell me you gonna tell us we need to chill out and quiet down? You don't say that about Jewish people because they got that bag and that power. So this
Oh,
is
oh,
why
I'm glad you said that because your best person, Candace Owens, doesn't agree with that. She had a comment today that came out
okay.
that she rejected Charlemagne the tap dancer, or Charlemagne the God as you guys call him, when he said something about Jewish people. You know what I'm saying? The bed wench, as you call her, had to say, and I quote, I respect, act, see the God, but his comment that Nick Cannon's firing proves Jews have the power is off base. Did the hundreds of white people who have been fired over these past few months for disagreeing with the radical goals of Black Lives Matter prove that we have the power? Thousands of blacks promoted to comply with Black Lives Matters. Thousands of whites fired for disagreeing, and everyone pretended it was cool. One black man gets fired, and now it's the Jews have the power? Nope. End quote from the bed wench.
Mm.
Those were her feelings on that. So she's going against what you just said, partner. She said all that the Jews had the power shit ain't real.
Mm. Mm. And if the bed went said it, it must be
It
true.
must be true. Must be.
It got to be true. If Bed Witch Owens said that Jewish people don't got no power.
No power.
All right, cool. So even though it was a Jewish person that fired him, oh, even though it was a Jewish person that fired him, and the Jewish person that's over Viacom, that's worth billions of fucking dollars. Yeah, okay. And I think it's the Jewish people that owns Fox, CNN, and all these other places. Same way we seen back in the day when Ice Cube first had no Vaseline, where it used to say you let a Jew break up our crew, and now what they do? They blurt that shit out, don't they?
Believe so.
They blurt it out now. They let it stay in the Straight Outta Compton movie just to show it, but you already know who over the movie, so they got the okay to do that. But let's keep it real. We know who runs the media. Simple as that. Every time somebody does something unfavorable, and I'm not hating. This is what I want people to realize. That's not hating. That's peeping game. That's all we're saying. Peep game. I respect it. Hey, if they don't want nobody talking about them and their people, and they got to do what they got to do to get that respect, I respect it. I just want to learn. I want to learn game. That's all I'm trying to do is peep game and put my peoples on the game. That's all I'm doing. Because I mean, think about it like this.
We can't hate
What
on
else
them
would
because
you?
they got that power.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't hating shit. That you gotta think about it like this, man. White people in general, especially in this country, if you got bed wenches and stepping fetches and sambos and tongues coming out and backing you, that ain't power. That's
Right.
power, baby. That's just like that coon that was like, man, black people don't like. They need to go back to Africa. I'm married to a white woman, most beautiful woman in the world. Come on, man. That's my whole thing about this is you mean to tell me this brother said something he felt, and then next thing you know, everybody backpedaled. The same thing with your boy, Steven Jackson. When he
Jeez.
started back, he took up for Deshaun, and then and we was just talking about it. It was happening the same time we was talking about it, and I woke up and
Just
seen
as we
it
were
the next
speaking on it.
as we were speaking on it, and I didn't see it till later on. I was like, "Yo, G," We was talking at 1:30. Do you know they posted this at 1? Soon as Showtime said, we don't agree with what he's saying, that motherfucker came back and apologized.
Sorry,
Soon as it
boss.
happened.
Sorry, boss.
My bad, boss. My bad. I didn't have no chitlins, boss. You know what
I'm
happens
sorry.
when we don't get them
I'm
chitlins.
sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Please don't tap me on the head again, sir.
Let me just throw my shoes on and do a dance for you, boss. You know
As a
I'm
matter of
dancing
fact,
to you.
let me shine your shoes, boss. I
Let
don't
me
want to
shine
lose
your
that.
shoes.
I don't want to lose that good, clean money.
I don't even need a rag. I use my tongue.
That good, clean money.
But that's what I'm saying. So, but this is the whole thing. All jokes aside, right? We have to realize that all money ain't good money. And then another thing is we can't sit there and just let people have control over us all the time. Especially if you somebody who believe in the Most High, you believe in the Father. You know what I'm saying? You believe in the Son. You're not gonna let nobody control you to that point. And I think that's the problem is like even if you do get a job and let's say you great at your job, right? Cool. But the problem is most people get jobs because they feel they have to. You know what I'm saying? Like I still watch Dame Dash shit, and he be saying some real shit. Like he tries to work with people, and if he employs anybody, he wants somebody to be like minded. That's what they fuck with, and they want to help my business grow because we like minded. But they still want to be entrepreneurs. Like I'm teaching them the game. We have to be more so like that because I get sick and tired of us always fighting for them. They, whatever you want to call it. We need to fight for each other because and the reason why I say this, how much more proof do you need of what happens when you go out there by yourself? How much more proof do we need when we out there by ourselves, not looking out for each other, having each other backs? How much more proof do we need when these motherfuckers turn around and do racist shit, say racist shit, just like when we talked about the police officers in North Carolina? Like, how much more shit do we need to show the problem with systemic racism is the people in power? Like when I did that video about Ben Shapiro, and he was like, just because somebody has bad thoughts doesn't mean it affects you. And I was like, it does if they're a judge or a police officer, motherfucker. It
Right.
matters. That's the
Matters
point of system.
wholeheartedly.
Yeah. How you see that? Oh, it don't matter just because somebody has a bad thought. It does when they're in positions of power. So with Nick
When they in
Cannon,
position of
I
power
don't
to sentence your ass to 20 years in prison
or shoot your ass at a traffic stop
and kill you,
and get
right?
away
And
with
throw drugs in your car and plant them and say that you had them even though you didn't.
it. Oh my God. That happens so much, man. I know so many people that shit happened to. It's crazy.
There's
But
documentaries about that.
thank you. Since it's so fake every time. And people need to pay attention that you should know by now. There's no way that every time something happens to a black person, other black people just gonna run out there wholeheartedly on their own, saying black people lying. If they ain't lying, they damn self. They doing it for financial gain. You come on, be for real. That's all they doing it for. They don't care about us. And I know that there's white people out there that be looking at that shit too, like, damn, that bitch hate they self, boy. That's a damn thing. They hate them. I know it's white people that see that shit. I know some white people be like, damn, boy, they hate they self, don't they? Come
Hmm.
on, man. They know it. But the same, like I was saying with Nick Cannon, I did have the utmost respect for the brother, but to be honest with you, I think he needed this wake up call. Like, what do you think, G?
Um,
Stop trying
I
to
just
eat, man.
I just
Talk.
think that listen, man, listen, quit being a snitch. What I think is
Hey,
it's not just
let me tell you
a
something.
it's it's not it's not just a wake up call for him. This should be one of the thousands of wake up calls that we as black people should be looking at this. We should be looking at something like this and saying, okay, so we know who got the power. It definitely ain't us. Number one. Number two, we need to start making some changes so that we can get some type of power like the Jewish community because, as we've talked about before, when they want something to happen, they snap their fingers and it happens. But us as black people, we have to scratch and claw and riot and this and that just to get a little ounce, a small piece of change, just a small little change. You know, we've been doing these type of things since way back when. You know, even before there was Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. You know, you had Marcus Garvey leading the way. So we've been at this for so long, but with them, they snap a finger, bam, shit gets done. And need to see that the main thing with this is Nick Cannon was on a show speaking his mind and his opinion. At least we thought that was his opinion. Now he's backpedaling. But speaking on something that he felt in his heart was a certain way, and he gets fired over it. He loses everything. So we need to see that they don't even want us to have our own opinion. If we have an opinion about something and they don't agree with it, your nigga ass is done. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
That to me, it's like that was the biggest thing I got from this. Looking at that, it's like, damn, that man can't even have an opinion. He can't say something. He can't. And what Griff was trying to do, you know, in that piece was, you know, just trying to kick some knowledge about some shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I can't go inside of a man's heart or mind because I'm not God or anything. But to me, it just kind of came across as knowledge kicking. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't meant to be like quote unquote hate speech or I hate somebody. You know what I'm saying? And within them trying to kick some knowledge, this man lost everything.
Yeah, that shit, boy. That
That's
shit.
how I view it. You know, it's like, well, shit. Can we have an opinion? Can we speak? Can we, you know, do any of that? But apparently not. Not when you're fucking with them.
Especially not like why not challenge him? You know what I'm saying? Like why just like see that's what you gotta that's what we gotta understand. They position themselves to where they're like, look, it ain't gonna be no challenging, no conversation. Shut that
Right.
shit down. You
See
know what I'm saying?
that's what I was
We
talking
still
about.
challenging the
We can't
conversation.
have an
Exactly.
opinion. We can't try to kick no knowledge. We can't try to explain anything. We can't try to look in history books and say, oh, okay, it says here, here, here in this history book, or it says here, 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 document it. Even if you do that, you fired.
That's why I say up with that bed when it's talking about for them dollars. You know why she do it. The reality is, if you can't even have a conversation about stuff like that, and them just saying let's have discourse about it, let's have dialogue. That's power. I don't care what nobody say. That's fucking power, bro. They ain't got the answer to nobody. They just shut that shit down. That's power. That's following they shit to a T to the code. Being on code, like, hey, now we finna shut that shit down. Because they said, oh well, he still got the Masked Singer that he's on. He still got some other show or something. Fox is owned by Jewish people. So do we know if he's still gonna have that show at Fox? This like this is my thing. With the stuff that Nick Cannon's trying to do, he shouldn't be working for none of them jacks anyway. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think he should be working for none of
Man,
them.
you took the words and thoughts right out of my head. I was like, yo, because before this, you know, Nick Cannon had been saying some stuff, you know, with all the things that's been going on with, you know, George Floyd, rest in peace, and all that. He's been saying certain things, and he's, you know, for a while he said certain things and commented. And in my mind, I was like, but the shit that he be saying and this knowledge that he be trying to kick, I don't know if that's gonna work with him being around or associated with certain people because that's gonna offend white people. And that's who he rubs shoulders and elbows with is white folks. So I've been thought that. So it just came to a head with this.
Like you gotta think that shit not gonna always work that way because you can't. You know, I love my white friends. I mean, even though y'all some crackers, but I love you.
Right.
That shit
You
don't
ain't
work
gonna be able to get away with that.
on everybody. You can't do everybody like that, G. Not everybody is gonna allow that. Just like we seen, they might be white, but they Jewish. So when it comes down to that, you ain't gonna do nothing. Like you can say white savages, crackers all day, but then when you go to say Jewish
When you say
specifically,
that J word, it's a wrap.
mm, yeah, they not playing that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, the way
Look
he
what
get
just happened with Deshaun Jackson, the football player. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
were speaking on that earlier with the Steven Jackson thing. You know, like he said what he said, or you know the little thing from social media. Then he had to come out immediately and apologize immediately. And then he had to. Now he's trying to learn about the Jewish history and things like that. So if you say that J word, you know that they coming for your throat.
this what tripped me out. That's just like the gay community. They doing the same thing. Disrespect them, they coming for you too.
Mm-hmm.
But we the only ones that are stupid enough to act like, no, it's okay. Love that brother. It's like, bro, yeah, you love your brother, but you make sure you put those boundaries up and be careful about that shit. Simple as that. But like I said, with the stuff that Nick Cannon is trying to do, he don't need to be working for none of them. He need to be on his own, doing his own thing. He don't need to be
Independent.
working. Yeah, he got the money. He don't need it. It's gonna be somebody out there that's gonna back him. That's black. That's gonna be willing to donate money. All these famous black friends he got there. It don't matter if they quietly donate him money. I'm sure he'll get the money. He don't need the money. He can do his own thing. He can make his own website, make his own products to sell, all that stuff. We just tired of seeing strong or supposedly strong brothers always turning around and putting their tail, tuck their tail and run. Like that shit gets fucking annoying when we see our brothers and sisters do that. Well, brothers.
But it's not surprising anymore. We just see it continuously, day after day, week after week, month after month. So it doesn't surprise me anymore. Sometimes it'll like in my head I'll say, all right, how long before? You know what I'm saying? And now I'm getting to the point where I don't have any faith because I had some faith in my man Steven Jackson. I thought he was one of the last ones that I can say, all right, this cat right here ain't gonna budge no matter who come for his neck. I was wrong with Steven Jackson.
But I gotta say this. You know why? I Let me say this. I didn't mean you ain't really talk about it like that, but I was thinking in my head when I seen that Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes had a show. I was like, okay, somebody gonna control them. Like that's the first thing that comes to my mind every time I see somebody black have a show or something. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be getting controlled. Like that's the first thing that always comes to my mind. So when they be trying to talk all this big shit and they got a show, I be like, yeah, that shit ain't gonna last.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and it's and
saying?
it's and it's funded. They have a deal with Showtime, so you can say, all right, so we're gonna be able to do and say whatever we want. No, 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 no. Showtime is over you. If you say something on that show, because that show is supposed to be all about keeping it real. That's the whole gist of the show, is keeping it real, being real. Yeah, you can be real as they tell you you can be. You can be as real as they let you be. It's not, oh yeah, we just gonna keep it real on our show. No, it's whatever they let you do.
Yeah, they always find out what a ceiling is. Like they didn't realize it because they probably told her, oh man, y'all can do whatever y'all want on here.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
this
do
is
your
you can say whatever you want. Keep it real, brother, soul brother, black hand, or give me some five on the black hand side, brother, brother
thing.
man, brother man. But as
But
soon
that's
as
what
you
they
say
always
something they
do that.
don't like, it's gonna be all right. We're gonna tap that head. The next
But
time,
they never just don't say nothing anti-Semitic. Just keep it real with them. Just don't say nothing. Don't disrespect Jewish people, but do whatever you want. Until the gay community starts being one of our advertisers, you can diss them all you want to. But once they start paying us money, don't diss them. Like, just keep it real. Just say that. You know what I'm saying? Like Keenan Ivory Wayans, when he was talking about situation that used to happen on In Living Color, it was a I forget what you call them guys, but it was a guy that was in control of being careful about them crossing the line too much. So he said, instead of telling us what we can't do, tell us what we can do. Be specific, so we don't have you going crazy trying to stop this or stop that. Let us know what it is, so we be careful in the beginning. But I think the way they be setting people up, yeah, do you, man? We love you. Go ahead,
Right.
man. Do a cart, do a backflip. Yeah, man. You're awesome, Billy. Do what you do. And then they start believing that shit. Like Stephen Fetcher Smith. I'm a boss. Like he actually think he a boss.
He a boss of his hairline. That's it.
Man, he ain't even bossing his hairline. He ain't even got control of that shit. So how he a boss? A boss signs checks. They don't. A boss don't get their check signed. A boss signs checks. A boss has employees. He pays employees. Not you just get paid and that's it. That's not how it
Like
works.
we and you have talked about on a few different occasions. And I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna end it. All these people like Tap Dancer Smith, who you just said, and all these others who quote unquote believe they a boss or they run shit or whatever. Why don't you go start your own shit? When you make all this money, uh, um, Forehead Smith brags about how much money and he the number one paid on ESPN and all that. Okay, so if you such a boss and you get all this money, you make all this money, go start your own thing so you don't have to answer to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Go start whether it's content based or you start your own blog or you start your own website or you start your own media company, whatever it may be. Go start your own thing and then you really truly will be a boss and then you won't have no one tapping you on the head saying can't talk that loud, you can't say this, you can't say that, don't say anything about whites, don't say anything about Jews, don't. You will be able to say what you want to say, have the topics you want to have, and have the freedom to not worry about when the show is over. Okay, is boss gonna like that show?
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that.
That's just like you already know I don't like that piece of white trash. But the one good old boy
You are white trash.
the dude Rush Limbaugh, he got his own shit.
Right.
Bill O'Reilly, he went and got his own shit. Now these dudes got I want to say between like 2 to 4 million subscribers on YouTube, and then they got their own platforms and shit. Now they got well, I think Rush Limbaugh ended up ending his contract or some shit like that. Did it on his own, but you know Bill O'Reilly got fired, thankfully. Fuck them. But they went and did their own thing. So that would be my thing. Like, how long are you gonna tap dance and put your leg, tuck your tail before they just be like, we don't like you. Like, look at Jason Whitlock, bitch lock, Jason Hamhock. They fired his ass. Now what he
Jason
gonna do?
Whitelock, white man, white lover.
White lie, Jason White lie. So I want to see what's gonna happen to him soon. Like, is he gonna go out and do his own thing, or he gonna try to go run to another network? Because I didn't know he was on Fox News like that. I mean Fox. I thought it was something else. I
Yeah,
didn't realize it was Fox.
he's on that show. Him and Marcellus Wiley had a show.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was something else for some reason. I don't know why I thought it was something else. But yeah,
Yeah,
man,
he
like we these brothers could go ahead, right, and do their own thing, but they don't want to, man. They want to have the security of a check, like Dame Dash said. They want to have a daddy.
basically.
They want daddy to pat them on their back and tell them they're doing good. Now, unless there's anything else that you want to proceed on with the Nick Cannon thing, we can go ahead and go to the next thing.
Nah, we said everything. It's just it is unfortunate that Nick is going through that, but as we talk about and preach, if you're your own boss, you don't have to worry about situations like this. They said that Diddy is offering him something over at Revolt. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see if he takes that, goes over there and does his thing. But once again, who is Revolt owned by? It's not
Well, Diddy,
100%. He's what?
I think he's majority owner or something.
Majority. That means majority, but it doesn't mean ALL.
Mm-mm. No, it does not.
That's and like I said, if he does go to revolt, you know, it's cool. I think Nick Cannon's a cool brother, but you know, he's part of the tap dancing crew now, so
Mm-hmm. We don't see.
he put his hat on and his tap dancer shoes.
He put his tap dancing shoes on, one tap dance at a time.
Right.
All right, y'all. So make sure y'all comment and like on that one. So the next one I want to talk about, because you were saying it, is
Uh-oh, what I
about
done
taking.
said now.
You always say some shit, nigga. Um, they talk about, like, with the Jada Pinkett thing, then the trailer trash Eminem thing, versus Revolt. What else? So it was, different things. People always say it's more serious things going on. We don't need all these distractions. And my thing is, I feel like the reason why it happens, everybody don't want to talk about, the current state of what's going on all the time right now. Sometimes you want to get outside yourself or outside of what's going on about that every day, because it's like we already got to deal with it. Do we have to talk about it every day? Can we be lighthearted on some things sometimes and just have fun sometimes? You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, because like I said, you was talking about you don't always want to make heavy topics all the time. So what do you think about that when it comes to people paying attention to certain things, and then other people saying we got more serious things going on. We don't need them distractions all the time. Like, cause like you brought up the rap thing that Vince Staples said, which he said something stupid 5 years ago. So what do you think? Should people just pay attention to serious things going on all the time, or get away from it sometimes?
Sometimes I believe that you got to have a breather. Sometimes things like that can weigh on you. Sometimes it can like bring you down. But just because you want a breather from it, that does not mean that you still not fighting for something. You know, you can be, a part of a Black Power organization and speak about it every single day, but then there's one, afternoon in September where you say, I just want to go to the park, shoot some hoops, smoke me a joint, eat me some chicken wings, just relax for a little bit. I don't, just to get my mind off things. Does that mean that you done turned into an Uncle Tom or that you not down for the cause? No. That just means that you need a breather. We're human. You know what I'm saying? We all need a little breather or a break sometime. Not as in you want to quit or your mind isn't still on, all right, how can I help my Black people? You just want a little break. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. The issue becomes is if that break becomes permanent, or if that break becomes jumps from one day and turns to a week, then that week turns to 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? When you totally forget about what your mission is and what you're looking to accomplish. So I think for the people who are shouting that, it's all about if the person is still doing things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I personally don't want to be hearing about no fucking red table talk and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to hear it. I don't give a shit about that. I agree with this meme or tweet that I saw online when they were like saying, "Who gives a shit about if Jada slept with that young boy August Alsina? What about trying to find justice for Miss Breonna Taylor?" I agree with that wholeheartedly. Fuck a red table talk. Let's get some justice for Breonna Taylor. But just because you say that, you're taking a breather for an afternoon or you're taking a breather for a day, that doesn't mean that you don't care about Breonna. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that you're still not fighting for Breonna. Or even if you're taking a breather, if someone comes to you with some information, it's not like you're going to say, oh, fuck it. Because I've said, man, I'm taking a breather from all this stuff, but I'll still hit you up and be like, man, I said I was going to take a breather, but look what I read about today. You know what I'm saying? I'll still peek at something, something that brings me a little bit of knowledge that day. So even on my break, I'm still seeking knowledge. So no, I don't think there's anything wrong with, saying that you need a little break.
I just get tired of people making it seem like I don't know. I think people forget that, especially with everything that's going on now. The reason why people are um, paying attention to other things for taking that breather. You know what I'm saying? It's like we need that. It can't always be serious 24/7. Like think about it. Every time we go out now, we're gonna go to the store or something. We gotta put on face masks. Gotta use hand sanitizer all the time. Gotta
Put
wash
on
your hands
gloves.
more. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just people trying to maintain their sanity. Like my boy Pop said, God
Right.
rest his soul.
There you go.
Through the bullshit, you gotta be able to smile through all this bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yep.
gonna be some
You gotta
stuff
be
you're
able to
gonna see
smile.
that's gonna make it hard to smile. But you through the rain and the pain, you gotta be able to smile through all this bullshit. Remember that. That's what it is. You have to still be able to smile. You have to still be able to have some fun, have some enjoyment in your life, especially at a time where you have to be extra careful. You know what I'm saying? And then you got other people that worry you over just doing some simple shit like, yo, my man, give me my distance. I ain't worried about that shit. Yo, my man, you gotta wash your hands. I ain't worried about that shit. Yo, man, can you make sure you such and such. I ain't worried about that shit. You like motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So it's stressful everywhere, right? It's stressful. You know what I'm saying? So I don't blame people for just trying to get away from it sometimes. Like and I talk to some people that's going through some things right now, and I pray for them all the time. And they like, man, like I brought up some of them things, and they were like, man, I don't want to hear about that, man. I'm going through this right now, and they be like, okay, I understand. I ain't gonna get mad. Like, hey, trust me, I truly understand. When you ready to talk about some fluffy shit, some frivolous shit, I got your back. You know what I'm saying? Just so we can get our minds off things and just take that little break at times because sometimes you just need it to be able to enjoy yourself and think. You know what I'm saying? Because it gets annoying that we going through all this shit now, but we still have to think about working. We still have to, you know what I'm saying? Pay bills. We still got to think about that shit. The shit don't stop still. Motherfucker, well, I still got to have money. I got to have mine. Motherfuckers still don't be caring. So, I just felt like, yeah, it's serious shit going on, but sometimes we need to have those breaks, you know what I'm saying, that we can go ahead and clear our minds and not be so stressed out all the damn time, man. Because you look on the news like, with your boy that was doing the pedophile and child grooming, and they got that one lady, they talking about they put her into protective custody or something, so she didn't commit suicide. Somebody will try to assassinate her because she was sterilized. So I'm sure you've seen that shit, right?
It I kind of heard some of what you were saying, but it's kind of going out. Can you repeat it?
Because your ass over there eating them goddamn snacks. I
No,
said
your phone went out.
I said the chick that used to be with your boy that was doing the child grooming,
Who's that?
and your boy, the one that committed suicide. That used to be the billion. Well, I don't know if he was a billionaire, but he used to handle people money. They say he allegedly committed suicide in prison.
Mm-mm. Missed that.
You know him. Talking about, and Trump was one of his friends. The dude, the rich dude, the white dude that was so called grooming all them little girls and fucking them little girls.
No, you sound
And
like
he
he on
committed
some.
Epstein.
Oh, Epstein. Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. So and one of his associates or the lady I used to work for him, they said they got her in custody. She talking about she ready to give up names and all that. So
Uh
they've been
oh,
moving her
she
around.
ready to squeal.
Yeah, they've been moving her around trying to keep her protected. I'm like, shit, ain't no telling they gonna try to kill her. Somebody gonna try to put a little thing on her. And you know they'll do it too. But you got serious things like that going. You got where they still talking about child trafficking, stuff like that. You got, you know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of shit besides just, you know, the virus shit that's going on. It's a lot of other shit that's going on. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I can understand why people are just like, man, let me just have a little fun and do this. I ain't saying I understand people that go out there and try to have block parties right now. I ain't saying that type of understanding. I'm talking about if somebody be like, what? You mean to tell me that what's a good example of some silly shit? What? The red table talk. Yeah, you mean to tell me Jada was sucking that boy thing? I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing wrong with people being like intrigued in that. You say if you, especially if you somebody who's trying to do right, stay out of, you know what I'm saying, just being out the house for no reason. They gotta find something to entertain themselves with. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like that on that note. You know what I mean? I need to shave my damn. I got my hair all in my damn lip. Shit.
Oh man.
Yeah, I gotta trim it, man. I ain't been in barber shop in 3 months, man.
I
It's been
have to
about
bite
3
the
months.
bullet and trust somebody.
Fuck that. I got my clippers. I'll trim. I've been wanting to grow my hair out anyway, so I'm just gonna trim my facial hair. I do all right with that. I can get like these little small clippers and just like trim my facial hair and shit, and I'll be straight with that. And I'm just growing my hair out. Might get
Okay,
that
you're gonna
shit
get
braided.
it braided. Okay, okay, good, good. Just like I'm
Hey,
doing my with my son, but according to somebody, if you grow your hair out, that means you're a girl. That's what I heard. If you grow your hair out, that
somebody.
means you're a girl. Some
That's
someone
what some.
someone close to my son said that.
Oh shit. Oh lord.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
but
yeah,
fuck.
I agree with what we are just speaking on. Like I said, as long as you still got your eyes on the prize, I don't see anything wrong with taking a break or a breather for something, especially when it's something that, you know, can be very, very shit, can be stressful. I was trying not to use that word, but it is kind of stressful, when you're reading and talking about black men and women dying for no reason, especially people that for the most part, when stuff like that happens, no one deserves to die. But then you have people who are really, really, really good, genuine people. Like when Mr. Castile died, and reading everything about him and his life and the things that he was doing. That man wasn't no troublemaker. He wasn't the community loved him, all that, and he's gone now for no reason, for nothing, just because of some racist dickhead cop. He's gone. So stuff like that is stressful and it can take a toll on you because sometimes it just gets to the point where you be like, I don't want to use this phrase, but damn near losing hope. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? It can be really stressful. You can think about it while you're trying to sleep. You can think about it while you're working. There's many days when I'm working, trying to do math for my job, and I'm thinking about young black men and young black women dying, dying in their own home. That shit is stressful and it's sad and it can be depressing and it can weigh on your heart and your mind. So sometimes you do need just a little break. And like I said, it doesn't mean that you turning your back on nobody. It's just you need a little small break to gather yourself, gather your thoughts, to, like Pac said, to smile a little bit. Like sometimes that stuff make you want to cry. It really hurts you deep down inside. And sometimes you just don't want to cry every day. I'm not trying to say it in a fucked up way, but sometimes you just don't want to cry. Sometimes you want to laugh. Sometimes you want to smile about some things. So all of us need a little breather every now and then.
Hey, but like my boy said on life, ain't nothing wrong with a man crying every now and then again. Every now and again. Well, hey, it's life, man. It's life. Well, that was all I was thinking, y'all. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna We ain't gonna drag the show out too much longer. Just wanted to just talk about those things, especially y'all give y'all comments and thoughts on the Nick Cannon situation, and also like I was presenting to y'all about us owning our own shit, having ownership, and stop always thinking we a boss because somebody allows us to do certain things we want to do with they shit, and it makes us feel good. Like they said, I believe what the minute manager, it was something like that, where they make you feel like you're a very important part of the company, and it's to play with your psyche to make you want to do better at that company for them. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Like while Wildin' Out was doing great, it was doing great for MTV. You know what I'm saying? Because every time somebody was talking about how great Wildin' Out, if somebody say, "How do I watch that?" or "Where do I find it?" they gotta go to MTV for it. That's what we gotta think about. It's about ownership and trying to have your own shit. And if somebody your color tries to tell you it ain't about that, get the fuck from around them motherfuckers because they puppets. You gotta pay attention and look for them damn screens because they attached. Believe that shit. So we're gonna go ahead and end the show here. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all enjoyed yourself while we had this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, make sure y'all give y'all comments, man. Give your thoughts on what you feel about the Nick Cannon situation. And not just that, but also, what's going on in the world now and being able to relax. You know what I'm saying? How you relax, how you calm your nerves and try to do the best that you can, you know what I'm saying, to maintain through all this crazy shit that's going on right now. So unless my boy HD got something else to say, I don't know what the fuck he got going on over there. I
I'm
can
just
keep hitting
listening,
that mute.
homie.
No, nigga, you doing something. I know you. I know this motherfucker. I already know this brother. It's all good. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and end the show there. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all get us a like, share, comment. First time checking out other system, definitely make sure you subscribe.
Hit the
This your
like
boy JT.
button, hit the like and subscribe button.
Yeah, this your boy. So this your boy JTL right here, man.
Yo, this your man HD. We gonna be back soon. Peace.